Yo, what's going on, guys? Cinematic, and I got a topic to talk about. I have not really thought about it like in depth, so I might ramble on a little bit. Before we get started, this gameplay is actually donated from my buddy Joker. I'm in the game, but I don't do near as good as he does, so he'll be linked down in the bottom as a content contributor or whatever. You'll be able to just click on his name and it'll go straight to his page. But yeah, basically, I was just sitting around here thinking about how gaming, gaming videos on YouTube have morphed into newer things and different things, and how some YouTubers have become popular, things like that. Like, um, unfortunately, like the reason I think about these things is because this is to me probably some of the reasoning of why my channel didn't take off like I wanted it to. And I mean, it's all good. I mean, I'm not like it's not like a depressing, topic or anything, but it's something to think about when you're creating your own YouTube channel and things like that. To look at the current trends and whatnot. Now, before I even go into it real quick, I just want to say that everything that I'm about to say right here, I'm not saying that you have to do any of these things because without someone doing something completely different, doing their own thing, then there would be no progress in YouTube, and none of these other things would have came about. It would be still doing the exact same thing. But here we go. So you know, when I got into commentating, it was mostly commentating exactly that. Like there were about two different kinds of commentating, two to three. The main one, which I didn't do, where a lot of people just played the game like this, and then they gave you a play-by-play commentary of what was going on in the game. Like, oh, I'm going to come around this corner and watch this guy, like stuff like that. And I'm using this gun and yada yada yada. This setup. Um, that was the main thing then, and then the other thing was there was people that would come on here and they wouldn't really talk about the game. They would talk about things going on in their life, or you know, not necessarily news like I do the news videos, but they would talk about the current things going on in the world, like that they seen on the news, and give their opinions on it, and things like that. And it's changed a lot over the last few years. I do want to say I think Modern Warfare 3 there was the Moab. Modern Warfare 3, there were channels that blew up because they were really good at getting these MOABs, Mother of All Bombs, Moabs, Mobs, whatever you want to call them. And a lot of them weren't even good at talking to people. Like, they personality wise, they didn't really have a great personality, but people didn't care because the people that were tuning in their videos were tuning in to see them destroy people. There were some guys that were good at talking and that kind of stuff. But I'm just saying, like, it was more about the content of the gameplay over everything at that period of time. Um, in the last few years, we've had trolling, like so many people coming out with trolling. And don't get me wrong, that's been around for a long time. I know a lot of people don't like him, but Keemstar was, in Halo days was trolling people, and there were more people than him, but he's one of the more recognizable people in that era. But trolling blew up a few years back, like um, became a major thing. Like people would create whole channels off of just doing nothing but trolling, and some of them still exist, and they're still doing really well. So that's not going away anytime soon. But now, if you want to be a troller, you have to do something either really different or you have to be really good at it because you're competing with, some big, huge channels already and 100 other people that want to do the trolling. What else has there been, man? There's been a lot of stuff, like a lot of different ways to utilize your gameplay and not even have to be the best gamer. I'm definitely nowhere near a beast gamer or anything like that. So it's more of a backdrop. I've used it for music. I've used it for commentaries. I've used it for practically everything that I do. Um, what are some other things? Well, see now I think that's why there's been a drop off in viewership because now you have, like I said, you still have the commentators like me that do a little bit of everything. You have the guys that do nothing but trolling. The Moabs don't exist anymore. Now I think it's DNA bombs, but I really don't see a big trend on like DNA bomb videos. I guess people either aren't getting them or they're just not a big thing like the Modern Warfare 3 days. Um, But yeah, I mean, like I said, gaming wise, there's so many different avenues, and really what I'm trying to say in this video is that you know a lot of people I'm struggling to get my channel to where I want it to be still after a couple years, and some people like I've come to the conclusion that it may never happen. Um, and if you're trying to start a YouTube channel, you have to realize that it's possible that it may not happen for you either. Like, but at the same time, if you do something you enjoy and it does happen, then the benefit is good. At the end of the day, you're gonna feel way better about it. And that's one of the things that reason I made this video. You don't have to come out and say trolling's big, so I have to be a troll. You don't have to go, oh, this is big, so I have to do this. I have to be, dropping DNA bombs or whatever. Um, Really, you just have to do what you want to do. But hopefully, you guys enjoyed the video. Please drop a like. There's a little intro at the end of here that my buddy Joker actually made too. So check it out. I'm out. Peace. Thank you.
I got bacon on my dick, she put bacon on the clip. I got bacon on my wrist, I put bacon on the stick. I got bacon on the lamp, I got bacon on my pants. Bacon, 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 bacon on the stick.